Okay, it is 7:31 p.m. on February 5th, 2024, officially calling this meeting to session. We are going to start, as we always do, with the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's do this. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, roll call. I am present. Deputy Mayor Ryan.
Here.
Trustee Alter.
Yep.
Trustee Sauer. Here. Trustee Shuddig.
Here.
Trustee Walreed.
Here.
Absent seems to be Trustee O'Malley. And also present is, I see Sergeant Hudson. All right, first thing, we have a resolution appointing an individual to the Civilian Review Board. Whereas the Village of Hoosick Falls Board of Trustees desires to appoint an individual to the Civilian Review and Reform Board due to a vacancy that exists. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of the Village of Hoosick Falls in regular session, duly convened as follows. Does somebody have a pen? I gotta Oh, thank you. I forgot, I gotta write this out. That the Village of Hoosick Falls Board of Trustees hereby appoints Kassan Sauer of 34 4th Street, Hoosick Falls, New York, to the Village of Hoosick Falls CRRB with a term to expire December 31st, 2025. Need someone to offer the resolution?
So moved. Nope, second.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Deb.
All right,
Deb,
so that's Alter.
second. Yes.
All right. And Ryan. Okay, any further discussion?
Nope.
Very excited. Hearing none.
Happy.
Roll call vote. Trustee Alter.
Yes.
Trustee O'Malley is absent. Trustee Shuddig.
Yay.
Trustee Sauer.
Abstain.
Okay. Trustee Walreed.
Yes.
I'm a yes. And Deputy Mayor Ryan.
Yes.
All right. Passes 5-1, 1 absent, and 1 abstention.
Can we
Thank
have someone
you.
for the planning board tonight too, or something?
We did that already. We're all set on those.
Who's that one?
We have full boards. We have full boards now.
Oh, okay.
Their first
We
meeting
don't have an
hopefully
alternate, but
is
we have full boards.
next
Okay.
You talking about CRB?
next Monday.
That is also now full. He's already been reaching out to people to put that together in the first meeting. So,
Oh, okay.
That's great.
all right. The second item is the resolution hiring a part-time officer for the Hoosick Falls Police Department. Whereas the officer in charge has advised that the village currently has a vacancy in the position of part-time police patrolman in the police department in the Village of Hoosick Falls. Whereas the officer in charge has recommended the village hire a police officer with former law enforcement experience to work part-time in the Village of Hoosick Falls Police Department. And whereas Ryan Buell has been interviewed for the position of police patrolman, and the officer in charge recommends that Ryan Buell be hired as a part-time police officer in the Hoosick Falls Police Department. Now, therefore, be resolved by the Board of Trustees of the Village of Hoosick Falls in regular session of the convened as follows: 1. That this Board of Trustees does hereby appoint Ryan Buell, who resides at 1A Street in Rensselaer, New York, to the position of part-time police officer in the Village of Hoosick Falls Police Department at an hourly rate as set forth in the applicable collective bargaining agreement, which I put in there as $20 an hour.
I don't know if that's it.
That is for this current year, but it will change the next fiscal year. I did check that today. And I did check to see previous experience to see if he had moved down to the second year and third year, and he has not yet. But if I have that wrong, I'll definitely change it.
Yeah,
Double check it, please. All right. Need someone to offer the resolution?
Motion.
Thank you. Need someone to second it?
Second.
Thank you, Deb. Further discussion?
Background check been completed?
He's actually an active employee up at
Okay.
the Warren County Sheriff's
Okay,
Department.
so I just want to make sure. Okay.
yeah, he's an active.
Yes, I get called
And he
now
used to-
again.
No, I'm just asking, I'm going to ask that
So
question.
Ryan,
I think we already-
Ryan was a previous employee of ours.
Hero.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought the name-
2018
yes.
to 2019.
currently an active deputy with Warren County.
Did he leave here to go start up there full time?
He left here because he had to leave here because he went to work for Rensselaer County.
Oh, for Rensselaer County. And then he was now he's up at Warren.
Now he's there, so he can work here at the same
That's
time.
great. Yeah.
You can't work at Rensselaer County here?
Nope,
No.
against policy.
No. Yeah. All right. Any further discussion?
No, just a question. Is he related to the Buells who own the building that my shop is in? That did the Iron Coffee?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
His father died last year.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was.
Greenwich fire?
Just curious.
Oh, in a fire?
No, his
He was it a
Cancer.
firefighter?
yeah,
Oh.
he was like a deputy chief of Greenwich. Died of cancer.
Oh, that's too bad.
I think I remember seeing that on Facebook, actually.
All right.
Circulates, you know.
Hearing no
Just
other
had an
discussion. Roll call
Just had
vote.
an event.
Trustee Shuddig.
Recuse.
Okay. Trustee O'Malley is absent. Trustee Alter.
Yes.
Trustee Sauer.
Yes.
Trustee Walreed.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Ryan.
Yes.
And I am also a yes. 5 with 1 absent and 1 recusal. That's all I have on the agenda. Sergeant Hudson, did you have something else you want to bring up? Board?
Well, yes, the last month I came for ARPA money for scheduling. The original e-schedule that I was looking at was $2,000. The one that I'm actually looking at the first year is $5,000. The subsequent after that is $3,710. The system I'm looking to go with is called Power DMS. On top of scheduling and timekeeping, they also have a platform available that I'm going to look at that allows citizens to send messages directly to administration for any officer complaints, compliments. We can also send out messages from the police department to citizens that opt into the system. It also has a platform that's part of the wellness program that we're supposed to have down the road, so I'm going to look at that as well. And then the third one is a part of accreditation that would, my understanding, this comes up in my accreditation meeting this week, but rather than us having the paper copies for accreditation, you would utilize this system to do that paper version, which would save us all that extra work.
What do you mean by the paper version of accreditation?
So accreditation, you have to have everything hard paper copy unless you have something like that Power DMS system, which accreditation allows. A lot of states actually require the Power DMS, which Lexipol is thinking at some point New York State is going to say, you also need to have this system at some point, because Mass does it, Connecticut does it, and they're just expecting that at some point New York's going to be like, yeah, we're going to do the same thing as everybody else. So currently, what I would have to do is have, like what a lot of chiefs do, they have like the rolling around file folder things, and you have to have a file for every single policy, and in that folder for that policy, you have to put like incident reports and forms and stuff like that showing that you're following the policy. So if you have a use of force context, you're going to have the incident report and the use of force form showing that everything was done
And
as
that's
it
been our
says.
problem in the past. We don't
Yes.
have forms. They have a policy, but we don't have any forms.
We have a lot. We have a lot of them now. So I requested the original 2,000 for ARPA.
And we approved that, right?
Yes. So I was looking to see if we can get additional 3,000 from the ARPA funds so
Really
that we
pushing
can
your luck.
get moving on that.
Well, is the money there?
I was trying to find that on. I don't remember exactly how much, unless this is
Does the scheduling system
police
do
purchases.
timesheets?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, it keeps track of time, so the officer
Last
uses
time-
the punch in, punch out.
We did Lexipol. What else did we do? The refrigerator,
Refrigerator
Copy machine?
and
the
then
record racks.
and the copy machine too.
And the copy machine, and the evidence software, which we're waiting on the evidence because,
Did we not do the gun locker?
We did like some.
yes, but I think we did that just out of regular budget, because
Yeah.
it's only like 100 and,
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
they got approved.
And the e-schedule system that we had was 1,975.
Access to
And
So
this
that
one's
means
now-
that was a total of 39,659. Let me grab that and throw it into our sheets, our previous sheet. Just bear with me for 1 minute.
But John, this is like an automatic for community complaints or even compliments. It's a database that keeps all that. People can file their forms and it's not like a piece of paper or.
yeah, so I'm gonna look at the other system. I'm gonna have a meeting with the Power DMS people, so this portion is the timekeeping portion.
Okay.
So I don't know what the other stuff is yet.
One in custody.
There's rest 14 for the year
Kevin
already.
Rose.
Oh my gosh.
The voice, Kevin Rose.
Day 5, and that's the 14th arrest for the year. That's fantastic.
That's Kevin.
That was his voice, yeah. He's enough to drive you crazy.
So Power DMS, the NeoGov company, has those other platforms. I met with, after I think it was last week, I had a phone conversation with the chief of Niskuna Police. And he's gonna come out and sit with me and go over a lot of stuff, but he says whatever you can do electronically, do that, cause it makes your life so much easier in the long run, especially when it comes to complaints and things like that. SUNY does sort of the same thing.
It's all in one place too, so even
Yeah.
from an accountability perspective, it doesn't get lost if somebody,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
User friendly.
yes.
Okay.
This one, and I will tell you right now, this one compared to this one, this is much more user-friendly than this one. I have this one at the rescue squad, and this is Planet, so you're probably know what Planet is.
I don't know what that. I know e-scheduler is. That's what most people
E-schedule
use.
is, I use this one now, it works, but it's cheap and it's a pain. This is Planet, this is like what I think the state police use and things like that, so it works really well. I mean, I went through it last week and I was like, wow, that really actually does everything that we need it to do.
And do they clock in and clock out on
Yes.
this?
Clock in, clock out.
Just out of curiosity, how do the rest of the employees in the village clock in and clock out? They have like
Pieces
time,
of paper.
Where? In the,
like
We don't
the
have a
water-
hard.
there's
time
no. We have
code.
no.
We
We
don't
have no time
cards.
sheets.
It's
We have
just
no
paper-
time cards.
paper
Department
copies.
department heads
No,
oversee.
there's no punching in and out.
Oh, there's no time cards here.
Is there any paper record?
There's
Yeah,
they
yeah,
fill out their
yes,
time
yeah,
sheets.
I approve the time sheets every 2 weeks.
Just
Can
out
this
of
be extended to
Well, can we put their names right in there and then just do?
without giving them access to other?
No.
I don't know how that would work. 'Cause I know we brought it up to Kenny last month. He's like, no, we don't want that.
Well,
what you want.
That is good
What
to
if
know.
boys
And
say,
we'll
"Oh!"
also decide.
Right? We're putting in a time. Oh, we don't want. Okay, no
I
problem.
want it. I want it. I'm waiting for you to
It's
do
hard for
that.
those guys though, because,
Now, it should.
because they work, what happens when they work, you know,
Right.
kind of called in for emergencies
That's right.
and then.
That's why they. That's why they
No
don't.
reason not to keep track of it.
No, true.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
they do keep. I mean, they do keep track of it. You know.
We may be one of the last employers left that doesn't have a time clock in the world.
Can you expand upon like the accreditation information that's in that as well? Is that like
Are we
the
done,
policies
Rob?
are in there
I
and
gotta
all of,
go.
like the forms that you
Lexicon.
Give
need?
me 30
I would have,
seconds.
Right.
I could answer that after my meeting at the end of the week.
Yeah, let us know. That'd be really neat if it was.
But yeah, this
So what's the
portion-
total of this one?
Okay.
They could interact. or speak
Year
to
one
each
is
other.
5, year 2 is
They could pull information from
3,710.
one to-
Is that every
That's,
year?
yeah,
Is that
every year after
5,000
that.
straight up for the first year?
5,000 for the first year because
That'd
it's
be amazing.
a subscription, but then they gotta set it all up and put all the employees in and all that stuff the first
Okay,
year.
so we already approved 1,975 for e-schedule system. We're talking now about changing it to be an additional $3,025. And if I have this right over here, what was the total there? 39. We still have 44,379 left.
When do we have to have that spent by?
We doesn't mean just the police department though. Don't get all excited.
It has to be spent by
ARPA funds.
mid-year
It's
2025.
July.
Oh,
Oh,
July
okay. So we're not
25.
under the gun. To, oh, okay.
No.
No.
You are if you're gonna do something like a year-long kind of staffing.
Yeah.
So if I recall, when we did last of this, we did a motion for standard for like a standard allowance for funds to be. Was it a standard allowance motion?
It was
or
a budget transfer, right? Wasn't it a line item transfer?
No, because it was from ARPA funds. We had to approve.
Well,
it
yeah, to come out from the
funds.
ARPA funds to, because we did it last month. We did it.
Yeah, you know what? Let me get the language from Elena on how to do the motion. We can do it over email. Say yes, and then do it
Yeah.
retroactively at the next meeting, so John can.
Next meeting's next week, right?
It's next week.
Next Tuesday.
Are you okay to wait?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Are you
Wednesday.
okay to wait, or do you want to get moving as soon as
Oh,
possible?
I'm in favor of it.
I am too.
I
Let's
just
just.
can't. I just can't remember the right kind
So
of
it's
motion.
the
So
procedural.
let's just make the motion and then get the verbiage from Elena with our after we've already got it approved. Can't we do that? I mean, we need to know exactly what it says.
John's when's your
The what's in
meeting?
where
Just
for
have it
and.
confirmed.
This is, that's.
Yeah,
Therefore,
here
yes.
too,
Oh,
now,
you're
then,
up
and
with that,
has
All
All
bought.
right. Then I
Later
think
language.
what it will
Well, you
be.
You don't have to. You don't have to pay right now, right? Like, couldn't you let the people know it'll be approved?
No, we're
next
just
Wednesday?
taking out of the right. We could.
No,
do
yeah,
that.
I just signed a
Yeah.
paper and sent it
Why
back.
can't we just tell John to go ahead and do it, and then
Approve
we
it.
approve it
Go through
Tuesday?
the finale.
Yeah, are you guys all good with it?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Then
I
what
certainly
Then
am.
I'll do is I'll make sure that we have the proper retroactive
Let's do
motion
that.
ready to go. We don't need to make a motion tonight.
Sounds
We're in
like
You got our
support of it.
verbal okay, and then
Yep.
then you can it'll
Add
be
on my
official
to-do
on
list.
next Wednesday,
Yeah. All right.
rather than hold it up, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They're starting, yeah. They're starting to already
No.
send me their next month. I want to work this day.
All right. Unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second,
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed or abstentions?
I got chicken corn.
Carries.
Chicken corn blue in the
Close
oven.
the meeting.
Sounds good.
All
Oh, I
right.
thought
Meeting
you
is
said
officially
chicken.
closed at
Maybe.
7:47 p.m.